and community coaching program. Today we are blessed with two eminent speakers, Mr. Sujit Panigrahi, CEO of Fitness 365, and Mr. S. Surya Prakash, member of Regional Sports Council Board, Hyderabad, to deliver a talk on Khelo India Fitness Program for school-going children. In order to have a brief introduction about the speakers, Mr. Sujit Panigrahi, CEO, Fitness 365, Joint Coordinator of this program, and Khelo India Fitness Assessment Team. Sujit Panigrahi take a deep interest in technology, sports science, and education, and over 23 years in the industry. Sir has been done ME and Master of Management Studies in BITS Pilani, India. Sir was the Additional Director General of Commonwealth Games, Delhi 2010, and was responsible for planning and designing technology services across 60 competitive and non-competitive venues across Delhi. He was developed the Khelo India Fitness app to enable parents and 1.5 million schools across India to do fitness assessment of 300 million school children to identify future champions. The Khelo India app was launched by PM of India on 27th February 2019. We also have Mr. Surya S. Surya Prakash, currently working in Kendriya Vidyalaya, Golconda, Hyderabad. Sir was a member of Regional Sports Control Board, KVS Hyderabad. Sir is the in charge of Sports Cell, KVS RO Hyderabad. And he is the KVS National Incentive Awardee in the year of 2015. So on behalf of Sai LNCP, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Khelo India, and also on my personal behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the program, sir. Sir, over to you.
Yeah,
over to you, Sujit.
Thank you so much, Amalji. And it's actually good to be here. I mean, to be part of Sai LNCP Trivandrum. So it's like a family now to me, Sai LNCP. So all my gratitude to Sports Authority of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and Sai LNCP Trivandrum. And special thanks to Dr. G. Kishore and Dr. Usha S. Nair for putting it all together. I mean, they have been the life behind this entire program. So with me, Mr. Surya Prakash is there. So we have been working very closely. I mean, because of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangatan's Swasth Bachche Swasth Bharat program. And he's such an eminent person, I mean, who actually takes a lot of interest in making sure that the program is very successful. It's actually good to be doing it together. Surya sir, you want to say something before we...
Thank you, sir. I'm lucky to be associated with you. And it's a proud privilege and honor for me to be in this program along with Sujit and Sai LNCP. And we're looking forward for your continuous support for it. And thank you, Sujit, once again.
Yeah.
Have a nice day for it, and good morning to all the participants.
Yeah, good morning to all the participants. So what we are going to do, so between me and Surya sir, we are going to take the session. So first part, I just want to give a brief introduction about the need for Khelo India National Fitness Program and why do you need a national fitness program called Khelo India Fitness Program. So I'm just going to give a brief background of that. So I want to take some examples. Everyone knows about Hima Das. She is a national champion athletics and also an international figure. For all of a lot of people in India, she is an inspiration. Let's look at her background. She is from a small village called small place called Dhing in Assam, and she is one of the 5 daughters of a farmer. So उनके जो parents father है वो एक farmer है, and वो बहुत छोटी एज में she used to play football with boys. तो काफी फुटबॉल खेलते थे, तो काफी तो उनके जो टीचर ने तो उनका जो टीचर है उन्होंने उनका एडवाइस किया at the age of 9 and 10 to move from football to sprinting because she was running very fast and they figured out that she could become a good sprinter. तो उनका पी टीचर का रोल जो है to shift from football to sprinting was high and she became an Asian Games medalist at the age of 18. Second example, Kanna Malleshwari, again born in a place called Bushavarnipeta in Andhra Pradesh, and one of the 5 daughters. She started very young and she trained under coach in Appanna. जब वो 12 साल की थी, तो at that age she was spotted by Sports Authority of India, and at the age of 18 she became the world champion bronze medalist, and she got a bronze medalist in 2000 Sydney Olympics, or 4 world championships and 2 Asian Games. Again, at the age of 18 she had actually reached the top. Third example, Duti Chand. सब जानते हैं Duti Chand को. She is born in a place called Jadpur in Odisha, below poverty line parents. And at the age of 16, she became bronze medalist in Asian Championship, and she has got 2 medals. Again, same story. The common thread everywhere is that physical education teacher of their schools and the sports coach, they actually identified the talent at a very young age. 8 to 10 years, they identified the talent, and all the athletes I talked about, they peaked at the age of 16 to 18 years. उन्होंने world level पे ये किया था. Which basically means that if you again हम सचिन तेंदुलकर का उनका भी एग्जांपल लेते हैं. He played international cricket at the age of 16 इमरान खान की टीम के अगेंस्ट. जो उनके कोच थे आचरेकर जी, उनको द्रोणाचार्य अवार्ड मिला था. सचिन तेंदुलकर अर्जुना अवार्ड मिला था. इन जितने लोगों की बात कर रहा हूँ, all of them they have been Arjuna awardees. In sports, both Arjunas are celebrated, and even the coaches who are like Dronacharyas are also celebrated. So bada important hai that if you have to identify talent in schools, what we need to do is to make sure that every child is playing 60 minutes per day. Every child is participating, let's say mathematics, science, English ke tarah wo sports and physical education mein 60 minutes roz they can participate. If you do that, then automatically the pyramid at the top will go up. The podium finish that we're talking about, if you have more participation, then the podium finish will automatically go up. But a simple role, we do well in mathematics, English, science, all of that, because India, every child actually is learning mathematics. If every child plays 60 minutes per day in a structured way, automatically the talent at the top will go up. So this is a pyramid structure. From school, you go to district, to state and national level. But the fact is that you need to identify talent in children in the middle school. जब वो class 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th में है, that time if you identify talent, वो scientist बन सकते हैं, literature में excel कर सकते हैं, sports में कर सकते हैं. तो identification of talent at an early age is very important. You have to have a structured roadmap. So here is an opportunity for all the school leaders and PE teachers to transform India. It's very important that all the school leaders and PE teachers, so there are 30 crore school going children. It's very important that we have a role in transforming India. We can actually identify the next champion. ये प्रिंसिपल को देखते हुए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने फरवरी 2019 में पीएम सर ने फिट इंडिया फिटनेस असेसमेंट प्रोग्राम को लॉन्च किया था in February 2019, and these are the objectives of the program.
यहाँ ढूंढो बाहर ढूंढो, घर में भी या बाहर ढूंढो, खेलते हो कि नहीं हो, अरे इंडिया के नए चैंपियन ढूंढो. फुटबॉल में, कबड्डी में, निक्कर में या चड्डी में, हॉकी में या टीटी में, रेस में या पीटी में. मम्मी भी और पापा भी, टीचर भी और मामा भी, अंकल आंटी बच्चा पार्टी ढूंढेंगे अब चैंपियंस भी. खेले कहाँ खेले, चाहे गुरु हो या चेले, कितने फिट हो यहाँ देखो, रूल सारे यहाँ सीखो. कितना तेज दौड़े देखो, कितना दूर कूदे देखो, खेलते होंगे कहीं वो, अरे चलो गिले चैंपियन ढूंढो.
खेले भी हिले भी.
खेलो इंडिया ऐप के साथ आप भी ढूंढ सकते हैं अगले चैंपियंस. तो कोई फोन न रह जाए जिसमें ये ऐप ना हो, ताकि कोई चैंपियंस ना रह जाए जो डिस्कवर ना हो.
अरे चलो गिले चैंपियन ढूंढो.
खेलो इंडिया ऐप, चलो चैंपियंस ढूंढे.
So here, what you can see that the objective of the Khelo India program is to identify talent at a very young age, and also to make sure that every child gets a physical fitness report card. So let's look at, these are the two clear objectives of Khelo India National Fitness Program. The first one is fitness assessment of every child. Jaise every child gets a academic report card, so every child deserves a fitness report card. So that's the first principle. So everyone needs to be fit. Second thing is that if we do the program in a proper way, then we will be able to identify the sports skills also. So sports skills assessment is the second part of the program. These are the battery of tests that Khelo India actually prescribes. So for 5 to 8 years, that is for class 1, 2, and 3, there are a battery of 3 tests which are there. And for 9 to 18 years, there are a battery of 6 tests which are there. So these are the these are the battery of tests for class 1, 2, and 3, and for class 4 to 12. We'll look at it in detail. Surya sir is going to talk about it. There are 4 key stakeholders in Khelo India fitness assessment. The first one is assessor, who is a fitness assessor or the PE teacher or the sports coach. In some schools, you may not have a PE teacher or sports coach, in which case the primary teachers could be doing fitness assessment for younger children, or you could have other teachers also doing it. So anyone who is responsible for physical activity in school, they would be, so they are called assessors. Second one is a school. School is a principal and a headmaster or headmistress. So here the schools can generate the ID card of students. They can actually assign who are the PE teachers of the school. They can generate fitness report card, and they can also track the progress of children. The next is parents interface. When we look at parents interface, so the parents can actually look at the fitness assessment report card of children. They can actually do the fitness assessment children at home also, and they can look at the dashboards. And the next one is SAI interface, which is tracking of performance of schools, children, sports fit and athletic children, and analytics. So it's going to be a 3-stage program: fitness assessment for all children, and out of that, maybe about 1% children will be called for advanced skills assessment, and third stage would be for sports specific fitness assessment. Part 1. So assessor app, we will talk about in detail. So assessor app, all the PE teachers, वो Khelo India bracket में school version है. They can download this app from Google Play Store, and उसके अंदर, and then they have to create their user ID and password. We will discuss about in detail, and after that they can do the assessment of children. So school ka data automatically will come into the mobile phone, and they can do the assessment. So school, Khelo India bracket mein school version, that is an app. It's a white color icon on Google Play Store. It is available. It will also be soon be available on the iOS. So they can actually do the test in an offline mode. ये छोटे छोटे गांव में भी काम करता है, so that you don't need internet connection. You just need to scan the student's ID card, and then the score gets calculated. So let us learn how to do the assessment. So what we are going to do. So first part I'm going to talk about is principal and HM login, and after that Surya sir is going to talk about assessor. So principals, they have to go to schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in, and you have to create, schools have to create their login and password by going to schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in. PE teachers have to download Khelo India school version from the Play Store, and they have to create the user ID and password. Third, parents, they can download Khelo India parent app from the Google Play Store or from iOS, from the Apple Store. I'm going to talk about how, if you are a school principal, how do you register the school, how do you register the PE teachers, how do you upload the student data, and how do you generate ID card, and how do you conduct the test. Okay. For a school, what does a school do? School goes to school principal or HM will go to schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in. They have to register the school, upload the student data. If there are 1,000 students in a school, you upload that data. Simple Excel sheet you upload. After that, the ID cards will automatically get generated. And similarly, you ask all the PE teachers to download the app and register themselves. And once the assessment is done, then you can see how the school is doing, and you can have filtered views. So let's look at the registration process of schools and how to obtain the school username and password. So this is the first step. You go to schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in. There's a registration page. So I'm just showing you how it happens.
So here we will learn how to sign up on Khelo India National Fitness Program for schools. First of all, you have to click on this URL. You have to type schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in. After that, you will click on this sign up button. New school self-registration page will open. You have to fill certain school details. Wants to join through. You can select school chain or board. I have selected board. From this list of given boards, you have to select your school board. School code, UDICE code. You have to enter your school code or your UDICE code. Select zone. So if your school is from North India, you have to select North. If your school is from South India, you have to select South. And if your school is from West, Northeast, East, Central, you have to select as per the location of your school. Region. My region is Delhi East. State, Delhi East. City is South Delhi. School name. Now make sure that you enter correct and complete name of your school. My school name is New Greenfield School, Saket. Select the shift. Enter your school mail ID. Make sure that you enter correct school mail ID because one OTP will be sent on this mail ID. Enter your OTP here. Click on this verify button. OTP verified successfully. Same way you have to enter your school mobile number. One OTP will be sent on your mobile number. Please verify this number. Close. School address. You have to enter your complete school address. School website address. Please enter your school website. In school description, you have to enter approx strength of your school. After that comes school admin details. Here you have to enter the name of your principal or HM. Select the designation, gender. After that, enter the CAPTCHA. Please check the entries which you have done are correct. After that, click on this submit button. One message comes up saying school added successfully. Click on this close button. Now one mail has been sent on the email address which you have entered while registering. Let's check that email. So this is the mail which we have received. Here we have username and password. Using this user ID and password, you have to log in on Khelo India National Fitness Program portal. So this is how you register on Khelo India portal and you receive user ID and password for your principal HM. Thank you.
Yeah, so you can see that a few things happen. So when you are entering the email and when you are entering the mobile number, OTP is sent to your email address and also to the mobile number so that you fill in the genuine mobile number and genuine email address. So that's the first thing that happens. Second thing, the details of the school, please fill in the email address of the school. School का जो email address है आप उसको डालिए, personal email address मत डालिए. काफी बार ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि प्रिंसिपल छोड़ के चले गए तो अभी नया ईमेल एड्रेस डालना है. So make sure that you are actually entering the email address of the school. School के लिए एक अलग एड्रेस बनाइए, प्रिंसिपल का email address को मत यूज कीजिए because प्रिंसिपल अलग है, स्कूल अलग है. आप make sure that you are using the email address and phone number if it is there of the school itself. Of course, you can change them later. This email is very important because in this email, all the steps are there. User ID, the password, the steps for doing the registration, what are the useful link, TOT presentation you can download, administrative manual, videos kahan pe hai, and the steps and everything is given. So make sure that you keep a printout of this thing. the best thing would be to keep a printout of this thing safe so that you don't need to look for the user ID and password. In case you forget your account details, so you can retrieve. Just go to forget password link, and then when you forget password link, so there you can put either the school code or the username or the email address or the mobile number, any 4 of them you will be able to retrieve. Just put that and the captcha. You will receive an OTP, and just input that OTP and you'll be able to retrieve your user ID. If you're a PE teacher or a coach or assessor, how to register as a PE teacher? So this is the next one. So first thing would be that to download the app from the Google Play Store. It's a white color icon. Just download it. Khelo India School version. Just click on that and you click on install and you launch it.
This is Khelo India application. Please click on Start Fitness Assessment. Click on Sign Up button. Please enter your name. Enter your correct email address. It should be your personal email address. Please enter your phone number. Enter your school address. It is optional. Please enter your state. Mine is Delhi East. Enter your district. Enter your city name. Enter your block. Enter your qualification. Gender. Have you attended any TOT? Please select this if you are attending any TOT, and if you are not attending, please leave it. Tick the remaining 2 boxes and click on Sign Up button. So this is the trainer ID. You have to take screenshot of it, and when we will go to Manage Assessor on Principal HM portal, it will be required.
So this is a trainer ID.
Thank you.
This is a trainer ID. What you need to do, जो PE teachers हैं और coaches हैं, आप ये trainer ID को note करके रखिए. आपके पास email भी जाएगा. So you keep that thing ready so that. So first we learned how does a school get registered, principal कैसे register करें. Now we learned कि जितने भी PE teachers, if there are 5 PE teachers in the school, they download it on their mobile phone and they create their own profile. Now the third step is for the principal to link them to the school. पता कैसे रहेगा कि ये PE teacher आपके school के. So whenever you do, whenever a PE teacher registers or a coach registers, they get an email like this. Again, very detailed. It says that go to Manage Assessor. It says that you may request your principal to do the following. Log into this thing, go to Manage Assessor, search for your name, then activate, and you will receive a confirmation mail. But a clear instructions है कि कैसे काम करेगा. Now, third step. So either this could be the third step or fourth step. Now what we are saying is the principal can upload the student data. Let's see how does a school upload the student data.
So now as you have received user ID and password for your principal HM, so first of all what you have to do now is you will go to schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in. After that you will click on login button. Enter the user ID and password here which you have received. Enter CAPTCHA.
How simple process.
Click on this sign in button. So this is the page of your school for Khelo India. and these are school fitness app statistics. Here you can see till now no student has been uploaded. So to upload students data, we have to go on student. We will click on student data upload.
Simple process है, 3 tabs है.
Now by default my school name is already there. I have to select profile.
Personal profile.
I will select it as personal profile. Now you can see 3 orange colored buttons have come up. So first of all, click on this download template. One Excel sheet named personal profile will get downloaded. Open this file. So in the first row you can see there are 2 colors. First one is orange and the second one is yellow. The fields in the orange color are mandatory for you and the fields in yellow are not mandatory for you. So you are required to fill up all the fields that are in orange color. In the first column you have to enter school code. In the second column you will enter student admission number. In the third column, name of the student. After that, gender, class, section, roll number and date of birth. Save the data.
Date of birth has to be DDMM That's important.
Now click on this choose file button. Select personal profile in which we have uploaded students data. Click on open. After that, click on this upload button. Now we have successfully uploaded the students data. One message has come up. Thank you for uploading the data. Your request has been submitted. So this is how we upload the students data. Click on home button. Now you can see the students which we have uploaded can also be seen on this home page. This is how we upload the students data. Thank you.
ये बहुत simple process है. Orange and yellow color है. Orange you have to fill up. उसके अंदर क्या था? उसके अंदर school code था. It had school code. It had student registration number. Registration number is the admission number of the student. Every student basically has a admission number which is unique for a school. Then it has a student name. It has a student's gender. It has the class, section, roll number, and the date of birth. Very simple, and you upload that thing. So we will see in case there are any problems, what are the kind of problems and how do you rectify the problems. So we'll look at that.
If some errors come in uploading students data, let's see how to rectify them. First of all, go to schoolfitness.kheloindia.gov.in. Click on this login button. Enter user ID and password. Enter CAPTCHA. Click on sign in button. Select student. Student data upload. Select profile. Click on download template. Open this personal profile sheet. So this is the Excel sheet where you have to upload the students data. Here you will enter school code. This is the school code which you have to enter. Here you will enter student admission number, name of the student, enter gender here. You can enter gender in the form of male, female, boy, girl, M, F, B or G. Class you have to enter in Roman form. Enter alphabets in section. Enter roll number here. Date of birth. In date of birth you have to follow the format of DD/MM/YYYY. So this is the dummy data which we have entered. Save this data. Now let's try to upload this data. Click on choose file. Open personal profile sheet. Click on upload button. Some errors have been detected in Excel sheet. Download the error log file and rectify your sheet accordingly. Click on this download button. Open this sheet. So these are error details. In row number 10, school code is not matching with the selected school. In row number 2, duplicate student UID. In row number 3, duplicate student UID. And again in row number 3, date of birth is not in correct format. So let's correct these details. Go to the personal profile sheet. Change the school code. Correct student admission number. Correct the date of birth here. Save the changes that you have made. Now try to re-upload the personal profile sheet. Click on choose file. Select personal profile sheet. Open. Click on upload button. One message has come. Thank you for uploading the data. Your request has been submitted. So this is how you upload the students' data. And if error comes, you rectify this way. Thank you.
Okay, तो इसमें आपने देखा होगा what are the typical mistakes? Typical mistakes है जब हम school code को copy करते हैं. So school code is already there on the portal, so you just copy it from there. In case you don't remember. Second thing, school code normally क्या होता है that when you have it in the first row, if you drag it down, then the numbers may change. So make sure that the school code in all the rows are exactly the same. One common mistake that we do is a date of birth. Typically वो DD/mm and /YYYY होना चाहिए. Date, month and year. Sometimes what happens is in the Excel sheet you have month and date, so they get interchanged. So make sure that you actually get it rectified. Third mistake that people do is that in gender, what is accepted is male, female, transgender, MFT, then also boy, girl, and B and G. These are the ones which are accepted by the system. So make sure that you are following any of this: male, female, boy, girl, MF, B, G, trans, or T. So these are the ones that you should be using and not any other thing. Okay. So 3 things we have learned: principles, how does he register a school; assessor, how does an assessor register himself; third, we learned how to upload the student data. Now we will see how to generate the student IDs.
Now to download students' fitness ID cards, first of all you have to log in. Enter principal HM user ID and password. Enter CAPTCHA. Click on sign in button. Now here you have to go on student. Click on student login password. Select the school. Select the class of which you want to download the fitness ID card. Click on view button. So these are the students in class 1st A. Click on this checkbox. Click on this print fitness ID cards. These are the ID cards. Click on this print button to print fitness ID cards. Thank you.
Okay. So very simple. So basically you just need to go to students and under that student ID card and you generate the ID card. It's actually quite straightforward. Now, very important step. तो अभी हमने how to generate the student ID card भी देख लिया. Now for the principal has to say that these are the 4 teachers or 5 teachers who belong to the school. So you have to say, so there's a tab called Manage Assessor. Through Manage Assessors, you can say that these are the PE teachers who belong to the school, and whenever a PE teacher leaves the school, you have to deactivate them. So let's see how to do that. स्कूल में अगर नया हमने स्टूडेंट्स के 2 फंक्शनलिटी हमने देख लिया, how to upload the student data and how to generate the student ID. Now we will see how to manage assessors. Manage assessors as in who are the new PE teachers or the sports coaches who are going to do the assessment. Let's look at how to do that.
So now to manage assessors on Principal HM page, you have to click on Manage Assessor. Here you have to enter trainer ID. Click on search button. Now this is the trainer ID. This is the name of the trainer, mail ID of the trainer, and contact number of the trainer. After that, you have to click on activate button. Are you sure you want to activate the selected assessor with your school? Click on yes button. Now click on registered with school. So now you can see the trainer is activated with this school, and he has also received user ID and password for Khelo India Fitness Assessment mobile application on the mail ID which was entered while doing sign up on Khelo India mobile application. This is the mail which was received. This is the user ID and password. Using this user ID and password, he can log in the mobile application and can start fitness assessment. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can see इसमें दो tabs हैं. So एक तो first you are going to ask all the physical education teachers or teachers responsible for PE to first create their IDs so that they get a ID and a password. So they get a Khelo India ID. They go to the principal and principal opens the portal and goes to manage assessor. जो हमने देखा था अभी manage assessor. Principal goes there and उसके बाद उनको नाम को search करता है either by the Khelo India ID or their mobile number or their email address. Anything that is available to the principal, whatever the PE teacher is saying. And वो जब search करेंगे, then all that you need to do is to click on the activate button. See, there are 5 teachers. You ask 5 teachers to create profile. सभी को बोलना है कि जब उनका ID होगा, so you can activate this five teachers. Now what happens is that when one PE teacher leaves the school, you just go here. You say registered with the school. Click on the first button, and you deactivate them. That's all. Very simple. Now let us look at the next situation. अगर एक साल हो गया, so let us say you've done the assessment for about a year or 6 months or whatever, and there are some students who leave the school. Or the second situation is that if you have a school which is from class 1 to class 12 के बच्चे स्कूल छोड़ के चले जाएंगे तो उनको ट्रांसफर करना पड़ेगा, या इन द मिडल ऑफ द स्कूल यू मे ट्रांसफर सम चिल्ड्रन. और अदर सिचुएशन इज दैट जैसे 2019-20 में हमने असेसमेंट किया था ना, फॉर 2021 you don't want to import the data again, so you just want to promote the students from the previous year. So we'll understand how to promote the students.
To promote students, click on student login password, select school, select class, click here to promote.
So class 1
These are current classes.
second class
These are after promotion classes.
class 1
Click on this promote button.
1 week के 2 भी हो जाएंगे.
Click on I agree.
Very simple. Straight away वो.
Now to delete students record, click on select school, select class, click on view button, select the student, click on edit. To transfer or to delete student, click on transfer.
So you can actually transfer.
Click on yes button.
So if it's,
Thank you.
so you will not delete a student. आपको students को delete नहीं करना है. If a student has left the school, what you need to do is to put him in transfer, him or her in transfer. Delete आप तभी करोगे student को अगर वो गलत data है, then only when you delete. Otherwise you don't delete a student, you actually transfer a student, so that वो deactivate हो जाएंगे. So class उसका record वहाँ पड़ा रहेगा. So let us say child actually studied up to class 6 in your school. उसके बाद दूसरे स्कूल चला जाएगा, तो all that you have to do is to put the child in transfer, so that वो visible नहीं होगा for assessment, but the record will always be there, because Sports Authority of India needs it, CBSE needs it, ICSE needs it, जो respective school boards हैं, they all need that data. School also needs that data, just that you assessment नहीं होना है. So make sure that you don't delete a student, you transfer a student when a student has left a school. So now we have done 5 things. First, a principal or HMS school register here. Second thing that we did was the assessors, 5 PE teachers, they created their profile. We learned how the principal uploads the student data. We learned how the principal downloads, generates the ID card and downloads the ID card for printing. We learned how does a principal attach all the PE teachers to a school, कि 5 PE teachers जो join किए और deactivate them. We also learned how to promote students. So these are the things that we have done. So now we are ready. We have done all these steps. कि हमने now the अभी जैसे COVID-19 के टाइम में everything that we showed you, everything is possible for you to do. You can actually register your school. You can get all the PE teachers registered. You can upload the student data. If you have the older student data जो last year already uploaded थे, you can promote them. You can do everything that we have shown so far. अभी हम उसका next steps में जा रहे हैं. On PE teachers or assessors are ready for assessment. Now what we are doing is that for the PE teachers, they need to know what is a battery of test. These are the battery of tests which are there. There are 3 tests for 5 to 8 years, that is class 1, 2 and 3. And there are 6 tests which are there for class 4 to 12. तो कौन-कौन से टेस्ट है, उसकी डिटेल्स क्या है, Mr. Surya Prakash is going to talk about it. So I'm going to hand it over to him. So he's going to talk about the next steps.
Thank you, Sujit. And respected Kishore sir and all the members. And once again, good afternoon to all of you. First, I'm going to share my screen. And thank you, Sujit. And clearly, Sujit sir has clearly explained about how to register the PETs, principles, and how to upload the data and how to correct the data and everything is there. Now it is time for us how to conduct the test. We should know that. In this one, we are having 2 categories. One is 5 to 8 years. That what we say class 1 to 3. We are having 3 tests. One first among that one is body composition, BMI. This is so simple. And height and weight. The well prepared videos were there. It is very self-explanatory. Just watch the video and you'll be interviewing in between for that one for a small explanation for you.
To calculate the body mass index, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options.
Here the first thing is, well, before start of the test, first we should open the Khelo India Fitness Test Assessor app in the mobile application. Immediately when you open that one, there will be a take test option will be there. From the take test option, you will be having this screen will be present for you. In this one, we have to choose the test. That is ours is a BMI, body mass index, and it tells about the body composition and fat distribution in the body.
Select BMI. The app is now ready to calculate the body mass index.
Once if you press it, immediately the screen will appear. 2 measurements will be taken. One is height and one is weight. We have to take there.
Body mass index or BMI is used to measure the body composition, which refers primarily to the distribution of muscles and fat in the body. Body size such as height, length and girths are also grouped under this component. BMI is calculated by taking a person's weight and dividing by their height squared. To measure the height,
what I told already, it is a measurement of body composition. How the fat is distributed in the entire body will be known for that one. For this one, we require 2 measurements. One is height in centimeters. Next, weight in kgs and kilograms. And for this one, we should use a special apparatus that is called stadiometer. If the stadiometer is not there, you can paste a tape on a wall and we can take the measurement.
height correctly, a stadiometer is required. If a stadiometer is not there, it could be done against a wall as well with measuring tape pasted on it. should be done on a hard
And one
flat
important thing you
surface.
should keep in mind when you're conducting the test, it should be done on a flat surface. And one more thing is that one heavy clothing should not be there, and because it may interfere with our measurements. And feet should be flat. It's flat surface. The meter should be placed, and or near the wall, we should conduct that.
The participant should remove shoes, bulky clothing, hair ornaments, and unbraid hair that could interfere with the measurement. Participants should stand with feet flat, together and back against the wall. Legs should be straight, arms at side and shoulders level.
That one, the participant should be stand in a comfortable position, both feet center of the scale, and feet should be flat together and back against the wall or a stadiometer. It should be there, and legs should be straight and arms at the side, and it should look straight and at shoulder level. And this is a very important instructions before taking the BMI.
The participant should look straight ahead and the line of sight should be parallel to the floor. The height should be recorded in centimeter. The reading of the height should be typed in at the
Once
designated
the height
place
is
on
taken, that one immediately should be recorded in the designated column. It is height in centimeters.
the screen. To measure the weight accurately, a digital scale should be used. The scale should be placed on firm flooring rather than a carpeted floor. The participant should remove shoes and heavy clothing.
And for this purpose,
The
what we have to do is we should use a digital scale or electronic weighing machine, but to have accurate measurements. That one, the participant should not be having any shoes or bulky clothing. It should be there, and the weight should be taken to nearest kgs and grams.
Participant should stand with both feet in the center of the scale. The weight should be recorded in kilogram and gram to the nearest decimal. The reading of the weight should be typed in at the designated place on the screen. Once both the readings are entered in the app,
It's very important that one after both readings are entered, we should each student, as Sujit sir has told, ID cards is there for each children. Here, no need of entering the names or everything. Once if his ID cards of the student is scanned, automatically the details of the students will be available on your mobile.
scan the ID card of the participant by tapping on the scan option. Once the age and gender of the participant is updated, save the record by tapping on the
Once you
save option.
scan the ID card, immediately the name of the participant is there. Confirm the same participant is there or not. Immediately go for save the data. Thus, this completes the PMI.
This completes the process to calculate the body mass index or BMI.
The next important test we are having is for the coordination. We are going to this is a plate tapping test.
To conduct the plate tapping test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. One test option. From various test options, select coordination and then tap on the plate tapping option. The app is now ready for the
The procedure is the same. Khelo India Fitness Test app should be open in your mobile. Immediately you will get a take test option. From take test option, various test options will be there. From that one, we will be selecting the plate tapping test and it will be available here. Here there is no need of entering the score automatically. It is a timer is started, automatically the score will be feeded here. Here for this one, we require little bit of equipment. Just watch it.
plate tapping test. The plate tapping test measures upper body reaction time and hand-eye quickness and coordination. It also assesses the speed
And it measures the speed and coordination of the limb movement and upper hand, eye and hand coordination will be there. If you see this one, there is a one table, two yellow disc and rectangular disc is there. And this equipment is about what is this two yellow disc, and this will be 20 centimeters diameter, and rectangle it is 30 into 20 centimeter measurements will be there, and it will be equidistant. This two will be placed in between them, and this is the 60 centimeter diameter will be there.
and the coordination of limb movement. One table, two yellow discs of 20 cm diameter and one rectangular sheet of 30 by 20 cm size are needed to perform this test. The table height should be adjusted so that the subject is standing comfortably in
One more
front of
important
it.
thing is the table which should be there. It should be adjustable height should be there according to the participant should be there. And one hand should be kept on rectangle. What we can say is a non-preferred hand. And another one is a preferred hand, whichever is easy for the participants.
Discs. The two yellow discs are placed with their centers 60 centimeter apart on the table.
And this is what we told to you. The 60 centimeters from the center, it should be there. The diameter from the ear to ear is 60 centimeters. From the center, non-preferred hand is placed on a rectangle.
The rectangle is placed equidistant from both the discs. The participant is encouraged to stand in a balanced posture. The non-preferred hand is placed on the rectangle. The subject moves the preferred hand back and forth between the discs.
This is the way because one subject places one non-preferred hand on the rectangle and another hand, preferred hand will be tapping from left to right. And like this, they will be tapping for 25 times. So from total 50 taps. So the time taken for 25 taps is recorded in this particular test.
Over the hand in the middle as quickly as possible. Once the participant starts this test, the start timer option should be tapped on the screen.
And because of the participant is having one or two practices, immediately the app should be ready and we should start the timer. Automatically the time will start there.
This action is repeated for 25 full cycles. The total time taken to complete 25 full cycles is recorded.
The time taken to complete 25 cycles should be recorded there. Immediately after 25 cycles is completed, you should stop the timer.
As the participant completes 25 full cycles of tapping, stop timer option should be tapped on the screen. The clock on the screen shows the time taken by the participant to complete 25 full cycles of plate tapping. To record the data, first scan the ID card of the student and then tap on the save
Immediately
option.
after stopping that one timer, immediately you should go for scanning option. Scan the ID card of the children. Immediately the name of the candidate will appear here. And after confirming the participants, and you should save the data. And it is the way to complete the plate tapping test for the coordination.
This completes the plate tapping test.
Then third test for the is flamingo balance test. This is a balance test.
To conduct the Flamingo balance test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options, select Balance.
The same way, Khelo India Fitness Assessor app should be opened in the mobile, and from take test option, we should go for various test options. Immediately from there, you press on the balance. This test will appear like this flamingo balance test.
And then tap on the Flamingo balance test option. The app is now ready for the Flamingo balance test. The Flamingo balance
Here in this particular test, we will be recording total number of falls in 60 seconds. And for this purpose, we required the participant will be required to stand on a brick or a beam on a preferred leg. A non-preferred leg will be pressed back to the buttocks. This is because the picture of this one will be standing like a flamingo.
balance test measures the ability to balance successfully on a single leg. Test assesses the strength of the leg, pelvic and trunk muscles as well as static balance. While balancing on the preferred leg, the free leg is fixed at the knee and the foot of this leg held close to the buttocks, standing just like a flamingo. The test should be done on a non-slippery even surface by standing on a beam.
Because this we are performing for the small kids, it should be kept in mind non-slippery surface should be there. And because while standing on a particular brick or the one, the tester should help him to gain this particular position. And it is very important that one because they should stand on one leg, and next one is non-preferred leg should be close to the buttocks and it should be held with the hand. Another hand should be extended straight to keep up the balance.
Or a brick. The athlete keeps balance by holding the instructor's hand if required. The timer is started as the instructor lets go. To start the timer on the app, Start Timer should be tapped. The timer is stopped each time the athlete loses
And
balance.
here, how we are going to conduct the test is very important. That once the timer is, when the participants take the position, we are going to start the timer. And if he regains, if he loses the balance, or if his non-preferred leg is moved from the hands, immediately we should pause the timer. Again, the participant should regain his position, again start the timer. Like that, it will go on. Total number of falls is recorded in this particular test. And
Either by falling off the beam or letting go the foot behind being held. To do that, pause timer should be tapped on the app each time the participant loses balance. Start the timer again when the participant is in the position. If there are more than 15 falls in first 30 seconds, the test is terminated. The number of falls or
here, one more important thing is more than 15 falls in first 30 seconds, the test is terminated. The number of times the student is falling, number of time will be pausing, and again will be restarting.
loss of balance in 60 seconds of balancing is counted and recorded. The timer automatically stops at the 60 seconds mark. The ID card of the participant is scanned by tapping on the scan option. Once the participant details are updated, the data is saved by tapping on the save option. This completes the flamingo.
And after the test is completed, the number of after the timer is stopped, total number of falls is there to record it. Immediately scan the identity card, and once the identity card is scanned, immediately the name will appears, and then you cross check the details of the student, and immediately save the button, and automatically the data is stored in your file.
Go balance test.
The next battery of test is for 9 to 18 years of the children, from class 4 to class 12. Here we are having 6 tests. Here also we are having a BMI. This test is common. Already we explained. We'll skip this one. The BMI is nothing but taking the measurements of height and weight. The next test is flexibility sit and reach test.
To conduct the sit and reach test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options, select Flexibility.
The same way, for this one also, we should Khelo India Fitness Test app should be open. From take test options, here we are having this all 7 items. From this year, we have to press
Flexibility and then tap on the sit and reach option. The app is now ready for the sit and reach test.
See this one. Once the sit and reach test is pressed, the screen will appear like this. Here we are having 2 readings. One is initial reading and another is final reading. And you should be very careful while entering that one. Here the meters, centimeters, millimeter is there. Wherever your measurement, whatever the measurement you have taken, that measurement should be in a stipulated place. We should do that one. This sit and reach test is used to measure the flexibility of your hamstrings and lower back muscles.
The sit and reach test is a common measure of flexibility. It specifically measures the flexibility of the lower back and hamstring muscles. A sit and reach box is required to perform this test. The sit and reach box should be 12 by 12 inches.
For the conduct of this particular test, we require a small box, and the measurements of this box will be 12 into 12 inches side per 12 into 12 inches will be there, and 12 inches into 10 inches. This is a 12 and this is a 10 inches will be at the back, and then front it will be there. On the top, 12 into 21 inches will be there. On the top of this particular table, there will be a small scale in centimeters and millimeters scale. a steel scale or a normal tape can be placed.
On sides, 12 by 10 inches on front and back, and 12 by 21 inches on top. The top panel should be inscribed with centimeter and millimeter gradations. The test should be performed on clean cushioned surface or gym mat. Shoes should be removed before
And
performing this.
instruction is it should be clean surface should be there and can be converted on a gym mat, and the shoe should be removed and the legs should be placed, the sole should be placed near the box. It's very, very important. This should be there. There should not be any bend in the knees when your legs are stretched there.
Test. This test involves sitting on the floor with legs stretched out straight ahead. The
And
soles
this
of
initial position, what we are doing, there should not be any bend in the knees, and the sole should touch the box, and the hands will be fish shaped. They will be kept one on one hand and another one.
the feet are placed flat against the sit and reach box. Both knees should be locked and placed flat to the floor. With the palms facing downwards and the hands on top of each other, the subject reaches forward along the measuring line as far as possible. Firstly, the initial reach in the normal position is recorded. To do that, the score is calculated to nearest centimeter and put it in the designated.
The thing is, the participants will sit there and there should not be any bend in the knees, and both hands will be kept on the box. Initial reading will be taken, and it is in centimeters. It should be loaded here.
Place in the screen. After some practice teaches, the subject reaches forward as far as
And
possible.
after that one, the subject will be initial reading लेने के बाद, next he will be moving forward. He drags his both feet for both hands forward, and the maximum place he will reach there, and he will retain the particular position minimum of 2 seconds, and then final reading will be taken.
And holds that position for at least 2 seconds while the distance is recorded. To record the final position, the score is calculated to nearest centimeter and put it in the
And
designated place.
automatically, if you the final reading is once is posted in the mobile, automatically net score will be available on the screen there. After test is completed, immediately what you should do, you should scan the identity card and confirm the name of the participant, and then immediately save it.
The difference between the initial position and the final position of the distance reached by the hand is displayed as net score in the screen. The ID card of the participant is scanned next, and then the data is saved by tapping on the save option. This completes the sit and reach test.
The next test is a speed. For this speed, to measurement of the speed, 50-meter dash is conducted for it.
To conduct the 50-meter dash test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options, select the
The same
speed.
procedure. What we have from Khelo India Fitness app, open karo, then immediately take test option will be available. From take test option, immediately if you open multiple tests will be available here. Various test option. From here we have to click on speed.
And then tap on the 50-meter dash option. Depending on the number of participants, choose same number of lanes on the screen. The app is now ready for the
The
50-meter
important
dash.
thing for remaining test, we are conducting for one participants. And for the speed test, what will happen? Basing on the number of participants, we should select number of lanes. If number of participants are 3, we should select 3. Here the number of participants are 5. He is selecting number of lanes as 5.
Test. The aim of 50-meter dash is to determine the acceleration and the speed of the participant. The test involves running a single sprint over 50 meters. Start from a stationary standing position with 1 foot in front of.
And this test is used to measure the participants' acceleration and speed. Here for this, there will be standing starting position will be taken for the test, and they will be keeping 1 feet in front and 1 feet at the back. And participants are encouraged to run at the maximum speed. They should not stop by seeing the finishing line.
Of the other. The front foot must be behind the starting line. Participants are encouraged to not slow down before crossing the finish line. Once the participants are ready and motionless, the instructor gives the cue to start. There is
And one important thing is when participants are in standing position, immediately the tester will give a command for starting. Here, what is this is there is no need of pressing or anything touching there. This particular app is enabled with Fox 40 whistle. Once the whistle is blown, automatically the timer will start.
no need to manually start the timer. The app is designed in such a way that the timer starts automatically at the sound of the Fox 40 whistle. Participants should be encouraged to practice running with emphasis placed on the concept of pace. Time taken to complete the 50-meter dash for each of the participant is recorded.
In the concept of the pace, the participants will be encouraged to run there, and the time taken to complete the 50-meter dash is recorded here. The movement, because we have selected 5 lanes, all the participants, by the time they are finishing the finishing line, immediately we should stop that, press the timer there.
To record the timing for each of the participants, tap split timer every time a participant crosses the finish line. The screen shows the timing of participants in the order they
And
finished.
this is the way what we split timer. 5 participants are there. 5 times we have to press on the split timer, and all the participants means scan 5 scores were appeared there in your mobile.
The race. To record individual timings, tap the scan option and then scan the ID card of the participant. Make sure the ID card is scanned in the same order in which they finished the race.
Immediately after finishing the race, all the participants should be stand in order of finish. Immediately each participant is called, and you should scan each individual. Immediately the name of the participants will be available, and you should keep in your mind the order of they finish the line. They should stand in the same way. We should scan the ID cards. Once I confirm the names of the participants, immediately go for save.
Once we have scanned the ID card of all the participants, save the data to complete the 50-meter dash test.
And the next test is 600 meters run walk test. It measures cardiovascular endurance of the participant.
To conduct the 600-meter run test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options, select Cardiovascular Endurance and then tap on the 600-meter run option.
The same way, Khelo India Fitness Test app, app will be opened. Immediately take test option will be there. After that, multiple test option will be there. From that one, we will be selecting cardiovascular endurance. Once if it is selected, the screen will appear like this.
Depending on the number of participants, choose same number of lanes on the screen. The app is now ready for the 600-meter run test.
It's very important for that one. So basing on the number of participants, we will be selecting the number of lanes here. And for this one, for 150 meters and for 600 meters test, I advise you to have 1 or 2 helpers for the testers, more help testers for conducting this particular test.
The aim of 600-meter run is to measure the cardiovascular fitness and endurance. The test involves running a single sprint over 600 meters. Participants should start from a stationary
And
standing.
this test also, participants should start from a standing position. They should be encouraged to start a single sprint, and the maximum speed they have to cover. They can run or they can walk. And this test, because already this application is enabled with Fox 40 whistle, there's no need of any pressing the mobile. And by blow of the whistle, automatically the mobile will start.
Position with one foot in front of the other. The front foot must be behind the starting line. Participants are instructed to run 600 meters in the fastest possible pace. Once the participants are ready and motionless, the instructor gives the cue to start. There is no need to manually start the timer. The app is designed in such a way that the timer starts automatically at the sound of the Fox 40 whistle. Participants should be encouraged to practice running with emphasis placed on the concept of pace. Results are usually better if the participant can maintain constant pace during most of the run and
It's very important that one participants should encourage the concept of the pace. The same pace, if they run, it automatically there will be best result will be there.
use a strong closing effort. Time taken to complete the 600-meter run for each of
And when each participant is completing the race, immediately on the split timer, you should press on it. And when all the participants are completed, and then we have to arrange them in a single line, the order of their completion, and we have to scan their identity cards.
the participants is recorded. To record the timing for each of the participants, tap split timer every time a participant crosses the finish line. The screen shows the timing of participants in the order they finished the race. To record individual timing, tap the scan option and then scan the ID card of the participant.
And it is very important that one the order of finish, in which way they have finished the race, they have to arrange in a same order, and each person is called and their ID card should be scanned. Automatically the name will be appears there, and you should confirm the participant, and then you have to save it. And here I advise the main important thing is
Next.
we should take the help of one or two more testers there to assist you.
Sure, the ID card is scanned in the same order in which they finished the race. Once we have scanned the ID card of all the participants, save the data to complete the 600-meter run test.
Next test is push-up for boys and modified push-up for girls. And to find out the muscular endurance of the individual, we are conducting this test. And upper body strength will be measured here.
To conduct the push-up test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options, select Strength and then tap on the push-up.
And for this particular thing, what we have to do is Khelo India Fitness app will open. From Take Test options, various tests will be there. From various test options, if you press on Strength, you will be getting two tests here. One is partial curl-up and one is push-up. We are going to conduct a push-up test here. Press on push-ups.
Option. The app is now ready for the push-up test. The push-up fitness test measures upper body strength, endurance and trunk stability.
This test measures upper body strength, endurance, trunk and stability. This is the initial position of the participants. And completely should be slant. They should be on the toes, and on the hands you should stand. Starting position of the participant.
A flat, clean cushioned surface or a gym mat is required to perform this test. The standard push-up begins with the hands and
So
toes.
the test begins with the hands and toes touching the floor. See this one. It should be conducted on a flat, clean surface. You should be there, and surface should not be non-slippery.
Toes touching the floor. The body and legs should be in a straight line, feet slightly apart, the arms at shoulder width apart, extended and at a right angle to the body.
And it's very important then is because when each completed push-up, it should be there. The body should come to the ground, and there should be 90 degrees form at the elbow. This is very important one, and this elbow should be close to the body.
Keeping the back and knees straight, the subject lowers the body to a predetermined point to touch some other object or until there is a 90-degree angle at the elbows.
And one important, there is no time limit for it, and the participants can go for maximum there until the exhaustion. The test can be conducted. There will be no more rhythm.
Then returns back to the starting position with the arms extended. When the participant is ready, the start timer option is tapped on the screen and the participant starts the push-ups. The action is repeated and the test continues until exhaustion or until they can do no more in rhythm. The number of correctly completed push-ups is recorded.
So the participants there's no time limit, as there's no time limit until his exhaustion he can perform the test. The number of correctly completed push-ups is recorded in the app.
For girls, the push-up technique is slightly modified with both the knees resting on the ground. Apart from this, everything else remains.
So for the girls, it is called modified push-ups. Here the starting here, the knee will be touching the ground and the legs are crossed there. And the hands will be in the same position. Rest is the same for them.
It's the same for girls as well. Once the participant is exhausted, tap the stop timer option and type in the number of correctly completed push-ups in the designated place on the screen. Scan the ID card of the participant and then save the record by tapping on the save option. This completes the push-up test.
After number of score is taken immediately, what we should do, we should scan the ID card of the individual and immediately after confirming the participant's name and the save, press the save button, and thus this test will be completed. The next test is partial curl up test, and it will strengthen the core strength of the body.
To conduct the partial curl-up test, first open the Khelo India Fitness Assessor app. Once the app is on, select the Take Test option. From various test options, select Strength and then tap on the
same way, Khelo India Fitness Assessor app should be opened there. Immediately from that one, take test option, go for multiple test options. From there, we should go for strength. In strength, already we conducted push-ups. Now we will be pressing on partial curl-up for 30 seconds.
The partial curl-up option. The app is now ready for the partial curl-up test. The partial curl-up test measures abdominal muscular strength and endurance of the abdominals.
So this test measures abdominal strength and endurance, and hip flexor strength will be measured from this one. And for conducting of this test, there should be a gymnastic mat should be required for that one. We see two measurements are drawn here. And 6 inches spot it is there.
And hip flexors, which is important in back support and core stability. A flat, clean cushioned surface, two parallel strips 6 inches apart is required to conduct.
So the distance between these two strips is 6 inches. The participants will lie on the ground and in the same position. And once it is started, he will be lifting his upper body and extending his hands here.
This test. The subject lies on a cushioned flat clean surface with knees flexed, usually at 90 degrees, with hands straight on the sides with palms facing downwards. The subject raises the trunk in a smooth motion, keeping the arms in position, curling up the desired amount at least 6 inches above ground. The trunk is lowered back to the floor so that the shoulder blades or upper back touches the floor.
This is important difference when his trunk is lifted there and the hand should be touching the second line here. And until the number correctly, both hands should touch this particular end line. And if they touches, then only it should be.
Once the participant is ready and is in position to take the test, the start timer option should be tapped. Participant is encouraged to keep normal breathing rate.
When is pressed there, automatically ask the participants to continue that one. This test is for 30 seconds. You should have a normal breathing rate and you should encourage that you have a normal breathing.
Results are better if the participant can maintain constant pace during the activity. Maximum number of sit-ups in 30 seconds is recorded. The timer automatically stops at 30 seconds mark. The number of sit-ups is recorded at the designated place.
The timer automatically stops at 30 seconds. Immediately, the number of counts, number of should be feeded here. Immediately scan the identity card and the name of the student will appear and confirm it and save it.
The ID card of the participant is scanned and the data is saved by tapping on the save option. This completes the partial curl up test.
Here we have completed the two category of tests for 5 to 8 years and 9 to 18 years. It's a beautifully developed videos. It's self-explanatory. It is available in YouTube everywhere. And you should have a lot of practice of conducting the test. That is very. And one more important thing is importance of assessment done right way. It is very, very important for it. So whatever the test protocols has been developed there, the same way you have to conduct it. And whatever the equipment is suggested for you, the same equipment, the same starting positions, same ending positions should be there. The purpose of collecting data is very, very important. You should keep in your mind that one is because it is all reflected in child's report card. And the wrong data, anything will be demotivating the children. And what will happen? Another thing is because the second interface, as Sujit has already told, that one SAI people can also have a trial for the select for further selection will be there. So data entry should be very, very correct. Because of the tester, feeling of the tester feeding the wrong data is very, very not desirable. And next one is it helps in talent identification. Very good scores are there. Automatically, it will help the raw talent to SAI people can go for any further advancement of the test. And because it will be viewed, because already it's in data is uploaded, already they can automatically they can view it. And next one is use app to record the data. It is very, very, very important. Normally nowadays, earlier we used to have that pen, paper, test, and pad, and everything will be conducted going there. But use the mobile application only to record the data, so that the perfect data can be entered. Errors will not be there. And next one, unusual cases. This is very, very important. Normally, the correct data will be helping in creation of national benchmarks. This is very, very important. Then unusual data's height cannot be reduced over time or suddenly increase. This is very, very important point you should keep, because each year we will be conducting height always will increase, not reduce. And first year we are and entering the height, and next year next time when you are entering that, if you are reducing it, it is unusual data what we call. And test results cannot be much higher than world record, especially if you see the 50 meters dash when we are conducting. If you are going to feed 4 seconds or 5 seconds, it's higher than the world record. Test results in a period of time, the test results, there will not be much difference there. This is the report card. Sujit will be explaining about the sample report, how it will be there. And here, this is a very important thing. Please see this one carefully. Avoid wrong data input. That is very, very important. And see, if you see this one, you can easily understand this one here. See, 600 meters run walk test, it is taken 2 minutes 32, 2 hours 32 minutes. And here 3 hours 12 minutes. Here what is happened? The tester has forgotten to stop that. That's why it has recorded like this. And suppose the push-ups 44, 20, 25, 19, and 50 meters dash is recording 6.7. And when is 50 meter dash is having 6, and 600 meters is having 2 hours. And how funny it is. And so we should avoid wrong data input there. And here date of birth, see here 4 years of age, because wrong entry of this one is there. So when you are conducting the test, all these red areas were the wrong data. And you should be very, very careful while entering the data and see that when the retest can be conducted for the children before saving the data. See if any error is there, don't save it. And here, see here, partial curl up is having 17, push-ups 20, and 50 meter dash is covering in 2 seconds. And 600 meters further is 1 second is going to complete. This is a wrong data. So avoid wrong data. It is very, very demotivating for the children, and it will not be very useful for anybody. And have a correct data, that one. And test variety. When you are conducting the test, have a more practice with the children. Application, play with mobile application, have a much more practice. And measurement, what will happen when will be tools, whichever the tools which you are using, that USB instruments or the mobile application perfectly you use it, then only the test will be having a valid data. and the test protocols, and whatever the manual, whatever the things, and whatever the video, whatever it is showing, the same procedure you should follow. The next important is expertise. You should have testers should have expertise. They should know how to on the mobile run the mobile application. Then only the current data will be there. Sujit?
Thank you, sir, for the session. Now we will move to the question answer section. We are having a few questions. So for the first question, we'll ask for Sujit sir to answer. So it's a question from Mr. Aditi. Now she is currently living in Europe. She's
Right.
asking that, is that possible to register her 6-year-old daughter for Khelo India app?
Yes, yeah, actually, this app is currently available only in India, the schools which are in India. We are also talking to Sai Sports Authority of India to extend the application to Indian schools which are outside India. So that will take some time, but it will get extended to CBSE, ICSE schools which are outside of India.
Okay,
But
sir.
currently it is not there outside India. You cannot download the app right now.
So, and another question is from Mohan. They are asking about the procedure for NGO.
See, this is for school-going children. This is not for, this is basically, but if you have an NGO and you have children, then you can actually assume the role of a school, and you can actually register. I don't know if an NGO actually has a set of children. You can you can actually treat yourself as a school and then register. Only thing is that I don't know what does the NGO do. But if the NGO is actually working with students and it can be like a school, similar to school, they can probably do a registration like that.
So next question to Mr. Surya sir. Sir, as per the video, the physical education teacher was taking the 50-meter dash at a time. Is it for 5 participants? Sir, if 2 or 3 participants finish at a time, is that possible?
Suppose, sir. Because see, basing on number of participants, number of lanes should be chosen. It may be for 1 or it may be 2. So expertise of using application, start with 1 or 2 members, then you can go for maximum lanes is given 8. So you should have expertise of stopping immediately then. So number of participants and number of lanes you should select.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one more question is, sir, is that possible to take the test without that ID card?
Yes, you can actually take the test without the ID card. The ID card only makes it faster. It is like going to a store. If you have a barcode scanner, you just scan it. But the articles where there is no barcode code, you have to search for it, right? In a similar way, you can search. If you don't have the ID card is not carried by the children or you have not printed, then you have to first select the class or the section and then the student name. In case of ID card, you actually remove those 3 steps. That is the difference.
So many are asking, how can we conduct tests during this lockdown period? So,
yeah, so tomorrow, so see, during lockdown period, you actually organize yourself. What I would say is that the schools will probably reopen in month of November or December, whenever it opens. Before that, you register the school, you upload the student data, you attach all the P teachers, and you keep yourself ready. So that when the school reopens, then you are already ready and you can do the assessment. So keep yourself ready, because this is the best time to organize yourself. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about how can you actually ask parents to do the assessment of children on their own. So there are 2 ways of looking at it, because your role is your role, right? As a PE teacher or a coach, you have to do the assessment of children that you can do only when the school opens. So you use this period to organize yourself, and similarly you can ask the parents to do the assessment on their own.
so
This is like a mathematics exam. I mean, the role of a school is to conduct the exam, which you have to do. But parents can actually get children to do the Olympiad practice and all that, right? All the practice test and everything they can do at home. So these are like two different sides of the same. Yes, Surya sir.
Actually, this is time can be utilized for familiarizing with the application. That is very important for the tester, because all the tests Practically when you are going to ground, you should know how to run the application. So trial test can be conducted at the application. You can familiar with the mobile application.
Okay, thank you, sir. So one more question from Mr. Kannan. So in his school, there are two streams, CBSE and IGCSE. So shall we include IGCSE in that test battery? He's asking that.
What is the question? Can you repeat again?
In his, it is a question from Mr. Kannan. His school, they are having two streams. One is CBSE and the next one is IGCSE. Sir, is that possible to include the IGSE students in the same battery?
So you do one thing. Yes, you can do that. See, there are two things. Either you register as two different schools. One for the classes which are CBSE, you register it separately. The ones which is IGCSE, you can register it separately. Or you can just register as one school. Then it has to see, when you select the board, you select one of them, right? CBSE, whatever. But you are free to conduct the test. And the battery of tests is same for all boards. I mean, it is independent of boards. This is why Sports Authority of India, it is independent of all boards. It is about standardizing the battery of test. So it is like morning shift and evening shift, right? Afternoon shift. So you register as two different schools. Similarly, if a school has two different boards, so they are two different boards. So you register as two different schools. That's easiest to do it. Otherwise, you can do it in one school also and execute and have the same battery of test.
Okay, thank you, sir. The session was so informative. So in order to formally conclude, on behalf of SAI LNCP, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Khelo India, and on behalf of all the participants, I extend a heartfelt thanks to all our eminent speakers for their valuable session. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just one question which had come before I end. There was a question about whether you can include non-PE teachers, which had come up. I just want to say that please include as many teachers that you want. In case of Kendriya Vidyalayas, all the teachers of all the KVs are Kendriya Vidyalayas. Most of the teachers have been trained on how to use the application. So please get other teachers to get trained on this application. It's a very simple application, and they can actually help you out. In fact, I had told also that in a lot of many schools, जहाँ पे PE teachers होते नहीं हैं, प्राइमरी के टीचर्स फिजिकल एजुकेशन एक्टिविटीज करते हैं, तो वो प्राइमरी टीचर्स भी इसमें कर सकते हैं. बाकी क्लास टीचर्स वगैरह, सो आपको जो भी लगता है जो फिजिकल एजुकेशन PE करा सकता है और फिटनेस असेसमेंट टेस्ट करा सकता है, प्लीज इंक्लूड देम. दैट विल मेक योर जॉब इजियर. इट्स द सेम, राइट? आई मीन ऑल द PE टीचर्स एक्चुअली हेल्प the other teachers in their examination. You actually, PE teachers help other teachers in their examinations. You can also get other teachers to help you in your examination also. Yeah, it's actually, they feel also good about it. And in fact, to become a Fit India school, you have to become, all the teachers in the school have to be physically fit. They have to train on physical activities. Please include them. I mean, that will be a lot of value.
Sir, our beloved principal sir has joined. Sir, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most relevant sessions, and that too by the right people, who are at the helm of affairs on both. Mr. Sujit Panigrahi, CEO of Fitness, and Khelo India Fitness Team, Assessment Team, and National Sports Control Board in charge of Sportsel KVS. So very, very right combination, and I'm sure that this would have definitely helped the teachers, our participants, to know all about the assessment program, which are many of the times this assessment program which we are doing are either unaware or not very clear to many of them, to the teachers as well as the students. So this gives an excellent opportunity, first of all, to realize the fitness level of each and every student, intrinsically. This will intrinsically motivate the children. That is the one of the factors which I feel, apart from all other incentives and all, we get most advantage of this program. The child can, the boy or the girl, they can realize themselves. Where do they stand in their fitness? Which physical quality is good? Which is not to the, which are to the optimum level? Which are they are lacking? And what are the areas where they need to strengthen? That will give insight on their total the backdrop which is shown to Mr. Surya Prakash, the internal organs and the various systems, how they are working. How do your cardiovascular system, how fit is your cardiovascular system? How good is your neuromuscular system? How good is your other internal organs like your maybe the digestive or the skeletal, all these functioning. So you must know the child in the school learns everything in the world, in the universe, everything in the world, everything in the universe, even they know marine biology, neurophysics, astrophysics, everything. But they don't realize themselves. They don't realize their own fitness level. They don't realize mostly what is the physiology of their body, how to react to the exercise, what are the advantages, and how to become fit. So this is very essential part, and I congratulate both the today's resource persons, Mr. Sujit Panigrahi and Ms. S. Surya Prakash for throwing light and clearing all the doubts. And I don't think that there is any better combination than this who can clear all the doubts. So once congratulations to both the
Thank you so
person,
much.
Mr. Sujit and Mr. Surya Prakash. Thank you very much. Over to Dr.
Yes, Sujit.
Hello.
Hi, nice seeing it was your session, and Surya Prakash, indeed it was wonderful. As Kishore sir rightly pointed out, very informative session. And thank you so much, because I don't think we need to thank you, because you're as I always say, you're the heart and soul of this program, for this program. Surya Prakash, again, saying it was indeed a very informative and an awesome session, by which we happen to see the response from the participants. So thank you so much for contributing and being a part of this mission.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so thank you, Sujit. Saying thank you, Kishore sir, for giving for the concluding remarks. And I also need to thank Amal for being the co-host. Amal, thank you so much, because you've been very instrumental in whatever problems we had. You were there with us to help us. I'd like to thank all the PE teachers, my dear PE teachers. Indeed, you're great. I always say you are the main. You are here. It's because of that we are able to have such a program. So we need to thank you, my dear PE teachers. So once again, on behalf of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, Khelo India, big thank you to Surya Prakash and to Sujit. And is there a feedback from Hari for this?
We'll be happy to get some feedback.
Do you have a feedback, Hari? Hari? Hari, are you giving a feedback form, please? Pranesh?
Yes, madam.
Okay, I'm sorry. And I think it's date.
There is no polling.
Okay, fine. Thanks, Hari. Thank you so much. Thank Hari and Pranesh for the technical support. So once again, thank you one and all. Thank you. Have you taken the question session? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kishore. Thank you so much, Usha.
I'm looking forward to see you more.
Yeah.
Thank you and namaste.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The participants, please don't miss the evening session.